Welcome back to Coffee Time. We're going to continue our discussion today on the possibility of using technology to create mini lessons on the fly, mini tutorials that students can either see or students can create and deliver to you. And so this week we're going to look at an app. It is an iPhone app, but it does work on the iPad. And it's called Skqueak. You'll see it down here at the bottom. And if I just tap to open it up, Skqueak is a social site, so you'll see all of the things that have been posted by other people if they decide to make them public. And it is really, really simple to use and creates a screencast on your phone the same way you would create it on your computer. So let's grab a cup of coffee, sit back. We're going to take just a few minutes to look at how to put a Skqueak together. Okay, so what we have here are basically people who have either put in images, as you can see here, of this red Jeep, or right next to it you see that triangle. People have actually drawn things to create their tutorials. And they're pulling in pictures, just like we would in a PowerPoint or a Keynote file. And they are recording their voice over those pictures. And they have the ability to put animation on top of that as well. So I'm going to click up here in the top left-hand corner for the menu. And you'll see I have the opportunity here to create. So I'm going to create a new Skqueak. Now, I can do that. Let me pull this back up here where we can see it again, if I can. I can do that by two or three ways. First of all, I can use my camera to take a picture, or I can slide this over. I can pull a picture out of the photo library, or I can start with a blank sheet of paper and draw whatever I want to draw on it. So if I'm a math teacher and I need to draw geometric shapes or write formulas, I can do that here. What I've done is I've taken some screenshots of my phone in order to show how to set an accessibility setting to create a three-finger tap to zoom. Some people do not have the capability to do the pinch motion that we are so comfortable with of doing a zoom out or zoom in. So a three-finger tap is an alternative. So if I go into my photo library, you'll see down here at the bottom I have some pictures that I've already taken. So I'm going to pull one in, which is my home page of my phone. And I have some options, as you can see. Down in the lower left-hand corner are the four arrows. And if I click that, that means that I can now pull this around wherever I want to. And since I want to highlight the settings icon, I'm going to pull that down where the settings icon is in place. Next to that I have the brush, and you'll see my options come up underneath, and I'm going to put a red line. So I'm going to click red, and the line itself I want to end in an arrow, and then the little dot here will tell me how thick I can make the line. And so once I have what I want, then I can click the record button and record this particular screen. And then if I tap the record button again, it pauses so that I can continue. So I've already created one earlier, we put one in the oven a while ago. We're going to pull it out in a minute to show you, but just to kind of demonstrate what this looks like. Normally I would do this with my headphones plugged into the bottom of my phone, so that my voice is not real tinny. And so I'm going to click the record button. In this tutorial, we're going to guide you through the ways of setting an accessibility setting on your iPhone so that you can zoom using a three-finger tap and drag. And to do that, we're going to come right in here to the settings icon. So you can see across the top of the screen, it's showing me that my voice is being picked up. And while I'm talking, I just dragged my thumb to draw that line, and it draws it in real time. So I want to create another slide to go with that. So down in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that I have a little plus sign. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to go down here to the bottom left where it says add a page. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back to my photo library. I'm going to click the next slide. And I want to highlight general down here. So I'm going to click those 4 arrows again, and I'm going to pull this up so that it's more centered in the screen. I'm going to click the brush, and this time I'm going to have no arrow on the line, and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm going to click record again. Once you're in the settings area of your iPhone, we're going to click on General to go in to find the accessibility settings. So again, you can kind of see just how easy this is. When I'm finished, I'm going to click, and I would go in and add all the other slides. When I'm finished, I would go in and click the little check mark at the top and click Finish and Save. And it's just that fast. The one that I created originally was 1.5 minutes long, and it finished just this fast. So this is set up as a draft, and you can see that I can share it through Facebook or Twitter. I can send it out by email. But what I did, I went down to the bottom and exported it to my camera roll as a video. Now, it was too big to email to myself because it was about 11 megabytes, and I think the email is 10 maximum for a file. So I threw it up in Dropbox, and that way I could pull it down. So I'm going to stop talking and let you watch the video that I created, and it's not professional at all. It was very quickly done just to kind of demonstrate what this looks like. But to let you see a quick video on how to set the accessibility settings in your iPhone for a 3-finger tap to zoom. So I hope that you'll download this app. It is free in the App Store, and it will allow you anywhere that you have your phone or anywhere that you have your iPad, you can create a quick tutorial. Not only for teachers to create something that would be able to introduce or reinforce a concept for students, but also for students to be able to create something back for the teacher to demonstrate mastery. So let's say, for instance, I have a student that contacts me and says, you know, you were talking about this particular formula in math class, and I don't understand it. Can you explain it to me again? And you're not at home. Something that you could do very quickly in Skqueak is create a very quick tutorial where you draw out the math problem again and record your voice and then send it to the student immediately. They have immediately received live, as it were, tutorials from their teacher, as opposed to sitting down saying in an email, I'd love to show you that, but I'm not at my desk, I'm not at home, blah, 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 blah. So we can sort of create that now on the fly and send it out. I hope you'll try Skqueak. Until next time, drink a cup of coffee, relax. It's going to be a great day.
We're going to look at how to reset your settings in your iPhone and your iPad so that a 3-fingered tap will do a zoom feature for you. And to do that, we need to go right here into Settings to begin the process. Once we're in Settings, we're going to look right here for this tab for General so that we can go in and make a couple of adjustments. Once you're in the General tab, look for Accessibility. We want to go in there to find out where the feature is to do zoom. Once you're in Accessibility and you find Zoom, you'll see that right now it is turned off. And we want to be able to turn it on. So we're going to click there. Once you're in, you'll see Zoom is off, and we want to turn that on. You'll also see that the directions for how to use the 3-finger tap is presented here. And so be sure to read that before you move on. When you turn it on, you're going to find that the screen will enlarge itself, and that way you'll know that the zoom is working. Then you can leave Settings, and anywhere in the iPhone or the iPad, if you will double tap with 3 fingers, it will automatically take you to the zoom feature.